Santa Barbara City College's journalism department offers some guidelines on what every review should include. First, your review needs to be a strongly worded, unambiguous summary of your opinion. Whether the review is in first or third person language, it should be clear that it's the writer's opinion. Just like with an opinion column, your review should include a well-developed, multi-point argument supporting your opinion. Don't just say it was the best book you've ever read, or the worst. Talk about the plot, the pacing, the language, the chapter titles, whatever it is that makes you feel the way you do. A colleague of mine once described a book as a poorly written magazine article that just wouldn't end. Now that gives you a much better picture of the book than if she just said, it sucked. Finally, a review needs to include factual accuracy on all points. Spelling an actor's name wrong, messing up the time of the play, or giving the wrong address of a restaurant all destroy your credibility with your readers. Even if everything else in the review is flawless, your readers have no reason to trust your opinion if they can't trust your facts. Santa Barbara City College also has a few guidelines on writing a review. First, explain what you are reviewing. Now this might seem obvious, and yeah, the reader might be able to guess the subject from the title of the review, but you want to make sure you get to what it is you're actually reviewing by the third or fourth paragraph, and no later. Now, as I already mentioned with formulating your argument, give specific examples. If you are reviewing a restaurant and you think the ambiance is great, talk about the lighting and the color of the tablecloth and whatever else makes you think that there's great ambiance. You want to clearly state your Fyi details. Now, these are things like where readers can see a play performed, the address of the restaurant you reviewed, the price of the book you read, or where they can buy the product that you talked about. Now, you might want to include this information as a sidebar if you can't easily work it into the story. Always be honest, which includes being negative if that's what's warranted. Not everything you review will be stellar. Now, don't be unnecessarily cruel, but you also don't want to sugarcoat things either, because it's important to remember your readers. You're writing for them, to tell them whether it's worth their time and their money, to buy a video game, see an art exhibit, or watch a new TV series. And remember that reviewers are still journalists, which means accuracy is imperative. As I already said, just like in a news, feature, or opinion column, you have to get every last detail right. Finally, Harriet Gilbert, no relation, wrote the chapter in our textbook and recommends asking yourself 5 questions to ensure you are serving your readers well. Have I given the review object, the play, the book, etc., my full, open-minded attention? Did I watch the whole movie? Did I read the whole book or listen to the whole album? Have I reached my assessment honestly? Is that how I really feel? Am I worried about making someone angry or upset with my review? If I absolutely hate country music, for example, am I the right person to review a concert by a country artist? Probably not. Have I made my assessment clear? Can my readers tell if I loved it, or hated it, or thought it was just so-so? Have I provided my readers with enough descriptive and factual information? Now, this is important because everyone has different tastes. A reviewer may dislike a romantic comedy for being sappy and predictable, but if that's what some readers like, they should be able to tell that from the objective parts of the review, whether it be worth it for them to see or watch. And finally, is my writing engaging to my readers? If the review is boring, even if the review object is not, no one will ever read the review.